Hey, what's shaking, Fremont? What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm here at Vaness Time Out on the corner of Lake and Stone, and I want to hear a little bit about the history of this place. I heard it was Chuck's. I know it was way back it was the actual house, and now it's our Vaness Time Out. Probably, I think, 28, 29 years. So let's go talk to Dean. Hey, what's shaking, Fremont? I'm down here at Dean's Van S Time Out, but I'm always calling it Dean's Time Out, but it's Van S Time Out.
Yeah,
How you
Vanessa's
doing this
Time Out.
morning, T?
Good, good, Sonny. It's good to have you here.
Hey, I tell you what, here it's like about 8:30 in the morning, and you guys don't even open till when?
We're ready to go by 11 o'clock,
10:30.
always.
Well, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, 10:30, but if we're in here, we'll do what we can.
Just shows you that, people think that restaurants, for example, if you open at 11 o'clock, you get it here at 11 o'clock.
No.
When you own something, this is a lot of work involved to own something. You got to get up
Oh,
early.
yeah, it's not just
prepare.
show up and you
yeah.
don't just come count the money and make sure you got enough help. That's not how it
Exactly.
works.
Now, down here at Time Out, this used to be a lot of things. Residential, right?
Yeah,
At first?
it was started off as a one-room house, and then it
Really?
was converted when the Herbrand company was in operation. Somebody had bought it and turned it into a lunch kitchen. So the guys would come over. They ran big hammer mills over there, so these huge hammer presses and stuff like that. Lunch break, they would come over and have a couple
Really?
quarts of beer and a cheese sandwich, and then go back to work. Now things are a little different these days with OSHA, but it's always been the local. Of course, we're on the Prairie, which is
Right.
an old Polish neighborhood. So this was the old Polish Tavern in
Really?
the Prairie for years and years. Yeah. And it still is. I mean, to me, that's still what it is.
Wow.
Even though the neighborhood's changed considerably, and the church is no longer operating, which is very sad.
Right. Now, does the bell still go off?
I
know they used to for a
they
little while.
used to. They were off, and then they were back on, and now they're off again.
Okay.
So it's the first day that those didn't ring, it was sad for a lot of these old timers
I'm
in the
sure.
neighborhood.
They're so
for
used
sure.
to hearing it. Wow. So before Time Out, I heard I always hear Chuck's Tavern.
Yes, it was Chuck's Tavern for years. There was a couple different owners of Chuck's Tavern that kept the name the same. It was sold at sheriff's auction, and a guy from the Prairie bought it. He was retired from Kelsey Hayes.
Oh, okay.
And he was a maintenance guy there. He thought it'd be a great retirement opportunity for
Right.
him. So he bought it at sheriff's sale, came in, fixed it up, put air conditioning in, redid the kitchen, did a lot of upgrades. Being a maintenance guy, he did a lot of stuff himself.
Mm-hmm.
Did a great job at it. He had it for, I think, about 4 or 5 months, and decided that this wasn't
For him.
it's not a retirement job at all.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and then we were actually supposed to go down and look at buying the building where the tackle box is.
Oh, really?
And,
Okay.
and Dad called and said, "Hey, we just bought Chuck's Tavern." What? I thought we were going to buy the tackle box. Nope, we bought Chuck's Tavern. Better deal. So we bought it in first part of December. The guy wanted out so bad he financed it and did the deal on the
Okay.
handshake. And he said, "Well, first of the year you can take it over." Well, about 3 days later he called. He said, "I'm shutting it down. I can't do it anymore. So if you want to come in and run it, we'll run it on a lease agreement until the bank gets all their stuff worked out." So in a matter of less than a week, we went from not having, to looking at buying a place to actually the first Friday that we bought it, we come in, I think we came in on a Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, come in, threw out the little bit of food they had in here, borrowed some money to get enough food for a couple specials.
Right.
And the first Friday, I think we went through 15, 20 pounds of Alaskan walleye.
Wow.
And we thought we were really something.
Now you're killing it, huh?
Yeah, and now, during Lent now, we'll go through close to 100 pounds of just Alaskan
Wow.
walleye.
Wow. So that's a long time. So is that something? Now, how old were you at that time?
let's see, I was 22, I think.
Okay.
So early on, yeah.
So you've been here wow.
Yeah,
Here you
this This December we'll be starting our 29th year.
29th year. Wow, that's
Which,
amazing.
That's a long time.
That's a long
for
time.
a mom and pop operation. We're one of the oldest continuous operators in town.
Exactly.
Of course, the Golden Dragon is older. And, Chud's just moved the family stuff around a little bit.
Right.
When we first opened up, the depot was not open, so we were the young kids,
Right.
And me being young myself, we were a little different operation back then. A lot more beer and chicken wings, and
Right.
Not quite what we do now.
Well, you have a good following here. I know that. You got
Yeah,
it's a nice place, nice atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a very old. There's a lot of characters here for sure. Character and characters. It's nothing fancy, but that some people are really attracted to that. We put our money into what we're putting on a plate. We serve now we're serving everything in red baskets because with the COVID everything. And nobody really knows what you're supposed to be doing. At first they said no silverware, and now they're you can use silverware. It's a very fluid situation.
Yes, very fluid.
We haven't really received a lot of guidance, as with everything. I mean, you can see that now with the schools going on. They really don't have any guidance on what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Everybody's just supposed to figure it out, and if they don't like it, then they'll fine you. Which is not really the way I think it should be.
It's a tough environment for you guys.
But we serve more farm-to-table food than probably anybody in town. I mean, but that's the way we've always done it. I've always traded beers for a bushel of pickles or, fresh fruit. Having fresh ingredients, local fresh ingredients, really brings a lot to what we do. I mean, it's higher quality by far, super fresh, the flavor. It's a lot more work because you have to run around and get this stuff. You can't just order it and it shows up on a truck.
That's something I've noticed since I've been doing the to-go page, and I've been up here, a few times here and there. The quality of the food, I love the menus. Always, who does the menu?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's a lot of work. That's why a lot of places don't do it. It's very. It takes a lot to be creative and try. You try to do something different all the time because we have such a small local clientele that I want to offer them something new and unique. Now there's a lot of yearly specials or stuff that comes around once a year.
Right.
That it's just the way it works out. It's the time of year, or when I can get the fresh ingredients, or
like the strawberries.
Strawberries or the Polder strawberries they are incredible. Right. But you have to use them within a couple of days. I mean that's the other thing with using fresh ingredients. But the flavor and the benefit you get from hustling and using fresh stuff is so much better. To cook with those berries is perfect. I mean, they melt right down. The flavor, it's not like buying a hard strawberry from the store. Right. That's ripened in the box. It's a lot of work, but it's also fun to be creative. Yeah. It's nice to see somebody try one of your meals and be like, "Holy moly! I would have never thought I would have got that here." Yeah. But like I said, it's just a lot of work. You
do a good job.
You have to be very involved for sure.
Now, do you have your family involved?
Yes, they're still around doing some bookwork and stuff like that. But 30 years takes a toll on you.
It takes a toll. So going forward, do you see yourself still hammering out the creative ideas? Still having fun with it?
It goes up and down. I mean, it's very easy to get burnout, like with anything creative. And right now is especially hard. The 75, 80 hours a week is not a big deal, but when you like during the COVID stuff, it has been incredibly difficult for everyone. Right. But getting products in,
the supplies are tough to get.
The supply chain is still really messed up. The price of stuff people don't realize. The big thing right now is the nitrile gloves that we wear. They have jumped in the last month and a half. They've jumped over $100 a box. So it doesn't. They were 2 months ago. They were $85 a box. Now they're $185. And you can't even get them. Yeah, and it's the little things. It seems minuscule, but there's a lot of those things that are adding up. It's very difficult, and that's a lot of things the public don't understand. Right. Why does this cost so much? Well, because it costs me a lot. The cost of doing business has skyrocketed. Right. And just all the different things that go around. I mean, getting labor is very, very difficult for everyone. I mean, everywhere you drive around, you see there's help wanted signs.
Right. Now today is Wednesday. What is today's?
menu?
Wednesday has traditionally always been our wing day. I think we definitely have the longest standing
wing day. Yeah.
the longest standing
What's the
wing
most
day.
popular wing sold?
Garlic Parmesan's very popular, and
Yeah.
that's one of the original ones. Now our sticky Asian sauce that we make is also very popular. And now the dry rub, which today we'll be doing a dry rub chicken salad where we take our whole muscle tenders and we'll chop those up and toss them in this dry rub seasoning. Now last week and this week we're serving them with fresh local peaches.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh yeah, it makes a really nice salad, and it's super fresh.
Hungry.
Yeah.
8:30 in the morning, you get hungry.
Yeah. But the wings, we get them from Ruts, always have, and they were a huge benefit to us through the to-go time.
Right.
They were here every morning. I mean, it was the amount of chicken wings we went through was incredible, and the support that the community gave us was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was there was quite a few of us in town that did really well, especially the small mom and pop places.
Right.
But it's the ones that were out hustling, you know. But part of that was making sure you had something to sell. Because back then, getting any kind of, especially protein, you know, getting meat was difficult. Yeah. And Roots was a great partner for us. And they really took care of us. But that's part of doing business with local people. You have a relationship with them. They work their tail off to make sure they can help you serve your customers.
Right.
And that's what it's about. And that's why you always you take care of your community partners. Right. You know, you do what you can. You pay your bills on time. You know, you help them out. If they're in a jam, you help them out. Everybody helps each other out. So.
All right, man. I know you're busy. Let you get to your Wednesday, and just for the record, we're not drinking now. We're not drinking beer. We're drinking some coffee.
Guardian cold brew out of Cleveland. Really nice product, and through the Rona, they've been having some tough times too. So we're trying to help them out. And when we do our beer and stuff, and beer and beverages, I consider all of Northwest Ohio,
Right.
all of Ohio in general is local.
Right.
And we have a really nice supplier out of Cleveland that's been keeping us in supply of fresh kegs. Getting fresh beer right now is very difficult.
Very tough.
So like anything else.
All right, Dean, thanks a lot for your time, and thanks for keeping it local.
Hey, Sonny, thanks for everything you've been doing too.
No problem. Pleasure's all
people
mine.
don't realize the amount of work it takes to do what you're doing right now. It's a lot of hustle, and in your day off, there's a lot of things you could be doing, but you're out trying to help our community.
Thank you.
And,
It's my pleasure.
we all appreciate it. We really do.
Thanks a lot, Dean.
Yep. Thanks,
All right,
Sonny.
we'll see you.
See ya.